So now, as you traveling through this earth, what you have going on now? I know you got so much going on. Listen, you're friends with one of my favorite artists, Dougie Fresh. You're very intertwined with the industry, man. How it's been with you?
I enjoy it. I'm very, very supportive of artists. I believe that artists of all kinds play a very important role in society.
Yeah.
And I think that there's not enough appreciation for what they do.
Right.
And the struggles. I mean, everybody, you all talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Right.
And Usher and people like that. Well, for every one of them,
there's an unknown artist, there's an unknown,
thousands of people just struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife and I, we go see a lot of Broadway shows.
Yes.
Particularly in the post-COVID world.
Right.
We believe in supporting that. We support artists in every way imaginable, and part of that is just by staying in touch with them and letting them know that we're thinking about them. And I text Doug Fresh every now and then, and sometimes he texts me back, sometimes he doesn't. He's a super busy guy.
Yeah.
Doug's a survivor, man.
That's dope because when we talk about support in our industry and all this industry, you definitely are like the face of support, man. You come in here
thank you.
And you be having like a Basquiat sweater. You have like, you know what I'm saying? You're always telling me about new plays.
That's true.
You always tell me about the art galleries that's up and whatnot. Man, you're very involved in that community.
You're right, and clothing is part. I think clothing is a form of art.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. I think it's not just what we wear.
Yeah.
It says something about, it tells people something about who we are and what we care about.
Right.
So I try to, there's some brands that I support that the average person might not know about.
Right.
Brooklyn Circus is a terrific brand, very much rooted in the community in Brooklyn.
So your wardrobe you got a nice wardrobe at the house, huh?
Well, my wife will tell you it's too nice. I'm not allowed. She tells me I gotta stop buying clothes.
Oh man!
And then I buy something. I just bought these shoes the other day.
Yes,
she gave me crap.
Those are very nice right there.
Oh yeah.
So we had a great soul. Soul in our life one time.
Oh my God!
And he was another advocate of helping the community, Mr. Armel Swinson, man.
Oh my God! I'm sure like so many people, it's a cliche, but he's one of those people you miss every day.
Yes, sir.
And not to brag, but I used to talk to him at least once a day.
Yeah.
More often than not, I can on the day that he passed. And this is the side of him that people don't understand. He was rowdy, he was funny, he just was he had incredible energy. The day he passed, he called me up and he said to me, he left me a message. I didn't answer the phone, I was busy doing something. He said, he asked me about something that was happening in the Middle East, and are we gonna go to war in the Middle East? So he had a very serious side. He was very, and he, again, talk about connected. I mean, when you were with him, you never, he didn't name drop, he wasn't name dropping per se, but he just knew everybody.
Man, wherever you went, somebody's like,
my God.
Wherever you went, it's like, oh man,
please.
What's up, big fella?
We used to go like once in a while.
Fella.
Yeah, he'd call me up and he'd say, hey, MC, I'm gonna come pick you up in 10 minutes. Well, maybe an hour or two later, he'd show up And he'd say, we're going to go to Harlem. Okay, fine, we'll go to Harlem. You want to bring one of the kids? Yeah, okay, let's bring Jesse.
Right.
Bring Jesse.
Right.
So we would go up to Harlem, and there was a couple places we would go that we liked to eat. And then he would, we'd walk down 125th Street, and all the merchants knew him. I know some of them now.
Yeah.
Because of him.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, sometimes funny, some of them, where's the big fella? Where's the big fella? And I said, well, unfortunately, he's been gone for a while, but he, one of the last times we were together, we went to a restaurant called Harlem Shake, which is very popular in Harlem.
Yeah.
And I took my son Steve then, and he took Messiah. And we were going to get, I had met the owner, and she said, well, if you bring him in, and he signs a headshot, I'll treat you guys to lunch.
Oh, man.
And it's a good place, but at that time, it wasn't cheap. It was pretty expensive, but really good food. So we get in the car, we get in on those big Escalade, and he's driving nowhere near the speed limit. And we get about halfway to Harlem, and he's some profanity, because he loved profanity. Nobody loved profanity more than he did, and nobody made it sound better than he did. Right? When he said nothing about it. All he did was laugh. So he curses himself out. He said, I forgot the headshot.
Oh.
So we go to the restaurant. The owner of the restaurant was a European woman from Croatia or someplace.
Wow.
And she was very nice. She said, all right, well, just, send me to sign the headshot. So now she's got a wall with Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, everybody you could name on the wall. And it was right around the corner from where Bill Clinton's office. I don't think he still has the office in Harlem, but it was right around the corner from where his office was. And unfortunately, he passed before he could send the picture.
So he never made that headshot.
Never made the headshot. And I called the woman up and apologized and told her what happened.
Yeah.
And of course, she was very understanding.
Crushed.
Yeah. It was just, and then, after he passed, it was horrible for everybody. And I don't know if you know the story.
That was a big loss in Bay Shore, man.
Oh my goodness, just incredible. There were people. I was told afterwards, his uncle, Will Ford, who was a judge, was the one who called me up and told me he was at the emergency room when Armel had passed. And I found out later. It was funny because I was thinking about going there, and my wife said, "You don't need to go there. There's nothing you can do."
Yeah.
And I was told afterwards the place was like crazy. It was packed with people, just all over the place in the parking lot.
Wow.
And just kind of blocking things up. And they finally had to ask people, "Please leave." Because they were making
many people from
so
everywhere,
many
right?
People,
From
so many people,
far away.
People from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And then, of
basketball
course,
players, football players.
Just unbelievable. And then when they had the wake up here at Rose's funeral home on Fifth Ave, it was like people stood in line for 3 hours.
Yeah. I heard that line was like from here to
all the way into Brentwood.
Wow,
all the way into Brentwood, and they had to have some kind of policeman out in the street directing traffic because that's what the traffic jam was like. It was like nothing anybody had ever seen, and it was wonderful in a sense. As sad as it was, because people from all walks of life.
Yes, sir.
People who were in law enforcement, people who were on the other side of law enforcement. Everybody was there. And as you said, the athletes and politicians. Just everybody. And it was just one of those things you try to say, like who else would draw that kind of an eclectic,
Right.
just everybody crowd.
Right.
And I can't name anybody.
Yeah.
I can't think
not
of a person.
here in Long Island.
No, it's not like
With
that.
his aura,
Oh
man, he was enormous, man.
it was, and again, he people knew him.
Right.
You know, and he would always say, you know, listen, I know I'm the biggest, blackest guy around, and it's easy to spot me, and blah blah. You know, but it went way beyond that.
Yeah.
He just had a magical personality. He just had he had an aura,
Right.
and it's not something you can teach somebody. It's not something.
No, it's something that, man.
It's something that
comes.
you want.
It don't come too often in life, you know.
No.
So
And
for us to have a privilege to meet him and know him and be his friend, that's major.
And